Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Lungani Gwala, aka Umfana Chocolate. This time, I'm here to remind you that this weekend, Sunday the 23rd of January 2022, the articulation is on. We have beautiful, amazing panelists, and we have performances and special guests. We're going to be talking about a lot of issues that we face as different communities. Please join us. Go to our social media accounts and click reminder so you can be with us when we go live. Lungani Gwala, I am signing out. See you on Sunday, 23rd of January. Yay!
It's only now, now, or never, now, now, forever, now, now, or never, or never.
Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Lungani Gwala, aka Umfana Chocolate. Hello everyone, welcome to the Articulation Show. My name is Lungani, I am your producer. I'm here to remind you that on the 23rd of January, this Sunday, we have our first episode as the introduction. The panelists are ready. If you want to know more information, please go visit our Facebook page, The Global Sunday, The Articulations, Diverse Global Studios, or you can check me, Lungani Gwala. You can also call +2779 673 4077 via WhatsApp. Remember, we're not just doing a show, we are building better communities. Let us sanitize the problems.
It's only now, now, or never, now, now, forever, now, now, or never, or never. It's only now, now, or never.
Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Lungani Gwala, aka Umfana Chocolate. This time, I'm here to remind you that this weekend, Sunday the 23rd of January 2022, the articulation is on. We have beautiful, amazing panelists, and we have performances and special guests. We're going to be talking about a lot of issues that we face as different communities. Please join us. Go to our social media accounts and click.
Gotta focus on yourself, on your faith, on your dreams, on your mind, on your health.
Sorry. Yeah, Selena Africa, no? Artist. I do jazz, Afro pop, Afro jazz, crossover, Afro soul. I act in it. Yes, and other stuff. I love cats.
Yeah. I like that.
What do you have? What are you bringing to the table? What's your contribution to African storytelling, to the world? They must know Africa is awakening. If you look around us, Africa is awakening. So sit
John Ramaoata, a cultural activist. Ukudabuka waseLesotho. Kodwa ke sengila, I'm settled here because of ngifika la eSouth Africa ngathola ukuthi ngifike la KwaZulu Natal itheme sengibuka iCountry yonke ngathola ukuthi iyona ene talent, iyona ene silo kuphela in the country, and kusekhaya. It's not like go Cape Town. Cape Town, it's an European, it's an African country in Africa as far as I look at it. And then equally kusesikangeni kungakho inkosi ungekho sizwe sakhona, you mind your own business.
Hello, good people. This is Miss Classic from South Africa in the Durban city in the township called Gwamashu, Esingaunawini. I hope you're gonna enjoy our topic. I hope you are looking forward to it, because as you all know, life is about seasons. It's got all its own seasons. If you didn't do well this year, you still have another year to push forward your goals and execute your goals so that you can achieve them.
There's nothing as soul destroying as being unable to go and do the things you would normally do.
Oh man, I feel good, baby.
You gotta focus on yourself, on your faith, on your dreams, on your mind, on your health.
Ladies and gentlemen, manene na manenikazi, bobuti na bosistera, boys and girls, nganibikelela.
Ukuthi i-microphone yami i-on yini bathi khuluma labo mfana bathi sikhamba kanjani uLungani Gwala lo aka umfana kaShokolate. Welcome to the Articulation Show Season 1 episode number 4. Hayi ke uyazi ke nawe ukuthi yena kwenzakalani namhlanje. Yeah, it's another Sunday. It's not the Global Sunday namhlanje, it's the Articulation. Yeah, it's been a very busy week, and yeah, it's really hectic. And today I have a few panelists that's gonna be engaging with me and you at home as the audience, and it's gonna be a very short show because it's kind of like an introduction. You know, we're gonna be introducing iLentuza. Topic namhlanje, and you know, I think it's a very a powerful topic, and I know a lot of you as I'm an artist has been waiting for this topic. I've been seeing a lot of status updates and also a lot of things that has been happening around I'm an artist. So I'm really glad to introduce iLentuza topic namhlanje, which is very powerful. But today we it's kind of like a little bit different because we have a keynote speaker. It is going to be joining us. We're going to be, you know, engaging with him for like, you know, a few minutes. Like I said, it's going to be a short show, but we do have, you know, one of the legends. They're with us here today, so it's really going to be fun and it's really going to be fruitful. So if you want to get a lot of information under the topics of namhlanje, please stay tuned with us and do drop your comments. It's going to be a very short show, so let's take a short break, and then when you come back, I'm just going to introduce panel yethu ekhona namhlanje kuzohlafunula umngajabhisi. Lungani Gwala lo mesibuya. This is the Articulation. So introducer iLentuza ipanel yethu, and then bese si introducer ne topic yethu. I'll be right back just now. Just nihlala kanjalo nje wena ungilinde, ngiyabuya njengamanje. Hello everyone, welcome to the Articulation Show. My name is Lungani. I am your producer. I'm here to remind you that on the 23rd of January, this Sunday, we have our first episode as the introduction. The panelists are ready. If you want to know more information, please go visit our Facebook page, The Global Sunday, The Articulations, Diverse Global Studios, or you can check me, Lungani Gwala. You can also call +2779 673 4077 via WhatsApp. Remember, we're not just doing a show, we are building better communities. Let us sanitize the problems.
It's only now, or never, now, forever, now, or never. It's only now, or never.
Yeah, angeke nginamukele nje kwi-The Articulation Show. Njengobona nje lapha phezulu ukuthi ngiphethe inkunzi malanga impela. I have a dude MC dude. Aphinda ayibize lapha nango street chillers. Uyazi uzosithula lapha. Insizwe ekwazi ukuyithula. Uyazi ukuthi each and every time when we have our show at the beginning of our show, with Articulation, uyena kudude uhleze sivulela ephethe lapha no Max Shepherd, but Max Shepherd is not here today, which is okay. But mobuka lapha phezulu on our right hand side, kancane lapha ngaka right, siphethe Mr. Ramaoata. Udokotela Ramaoata, ngibiza ngodokotela because you know experience anaye level yodokotela mhlawumbe futhi ngaphezulu. And then bese laphana ngaka lefty wa Mr. Ramaoata siphethe laphana Mr. Shashu. Mr. Shashu naye futhi udokotela lo, ningamthathi kancane unzima kakhulu. And then lapha ngaka lefty phezulu siphethe T-Loh ngimbiza ke ngo-African Thunder, naye uyathanda ukimbiza ngo-African Thunder. T-Loh siqale nje lapha kuwena phezulu. Obungatholakali ubhizi ngani before nje sike siqale nje sikhulume ngetopic namhlanje.
Sanibingelela ababukeli. The past week we've been occupied with the 2022 Rites of Passage National Consultation Workshop. There have been many greats involved in that. And I believe the public will be able to be privy to what was going on. But beklangene abalaphi bendabuko, beklangene amakhosi, beklangene izinsumpa kahle hle zolwazi lwesintu. And we were really blessed to be part of that, because as you know how African stories are told, it's via word of mouth and dialogue and consultation. Our documentation is not the same as Western documentation, but the passing on of intergenerational competencies from abantu abadala ababekade beyenza lento to abantu abezayo ekusafanele bayiqhubeke indlela bayihambe emveni kwabo. So besisolundi at the Spirit of Emakhosini, and maningi amagugu akaZulu alaphayana. There were excursions, there were tours, there were consultative workshops, there were group discussions, and everybody got to become a change maker and a decision maker. And this, I believe, will be influencing national policies going forward. I hope for African healers to be able to be acknowledged as well as and as highly as Western practices. I'd like Ubabu John Ramaoata, if he can, to elaborate further before we do get into today's topic.
Mr. Ramaoata, ngicela usithathe isihlalo.
Good evening, good morning, good day, our viewers and everybody, our panelists. As she have said, we were very busy for the last 5 to 6 days because there were so many things that we were involved in that conference. The conference, as she have said, it's all about dealing of the social ill that we are dealing with it in a different way, because outside of Global Sunday, as it's happening every Sunday, but Monday to Monday, we are working towards the social ill to do a practice of it instead of talking about it. So we have been doing that, and some of the things that what we are discussing when we've got conferences is a secret that we can't disclose to the public. I'm not shy to say that because it's like so you can't disclose everything until you go there, and then you're going to be told not to disclose some of the things that is happening. So that's what we're busy about all these days. We only relax only few, I think, from yesterday and only today. But again, today we're also working on the paperwork of the whole conference because we were managing it and also providing transport.
And maybe athi nje fahla ama-comment amabili namathathu before we move to i-keynote speaker yethu uDudu Sijayelile namhlanje. Mr. Shashu, ngabe konke
Can I take it? Akabasha kakhulu yebo benkula nje lephethe idolo. Senkuke kakhulu. Kodwa umguli ogugela ngathi abaho. So can I embark on the subject? Or is it the right time now?
Yes, you can, Mr.
Ucela
Shashu.
uqale sikufisela impilo baba ukuthi ube ngcono ululame.
Ngiyabonga kakhulu. Okay. So ngingangena esihlokweni.
Yes, Mr. Shashu ungangena.
Today we are going to talk about artist empowerment. It's a very tough subject. Why do I say that? Because we've got 6 questions to answer as panelists, okay? 6 questions to answer as panelists regarding the subject artist empowerment. Number 1, which artists need to be empowered? Where do they reside? Why do you want to empower them? Who is going to empower those artists? What is the purpose of their empowerment? What are they going to benefit for being capacitated by us? Are there any venues to art centers to develop those artists? My answer to question 1 is, which artists need to be empowered? Artists of all genres need to be capacitated. We talk about theater, indigenous music and dance, poetry, storytelling, visual arts, etc., etc. And then we need arts, we need
engathi laphayana sifrizile from Zoom somehow. Engathi Zoom yethu ifrizile laphayana, Baba Shashu besakhuluma, but we'll see if we can be able to reconnect.
There are so many offspring artists which need to be empowered. Why are we empowering them? We empower them so that they can produce good quality productions which could sell, okay? Okay? And then that will assist them to generate money, to make arts as a profession, as a career, which could pay them, whereby they can make a living out of it, okay? So it does not happen, unfortunately. Why? Why? I want to talk about Art Alive. If you empower those artists, we'll be driving the vehicle of Arts Alive. Arts must live, okay? Number 1 now, if you can look at during the apartheid era, okay? We used to have the community halls, we used to perform our productions there, and people were coming like flies, and pack the halls to capacity. But nowadays, this is South Africa, where you can book a playhouse, a drama theater, you won't get 50% of the audience, okay? And then you can't waste your time now and book a Dabiga Hall or a Tremont Hall, okay? Because only few people attend. So the culture of attending productions in our community halls should be rebuilt. I don't know how. That spirit we instill to our people, to our audiences. And then now the program director, into ezakala manje. Art sithathwa njengento nje abantu abasafuna ukukhokhela. Phela kwanothi angithabona. Uma ngiyetha lapha ePlayhouse ngizokhokha imali. Angithabona ngone ngihlale ekhaya ngibuka iTV. You see enye into ishamathi. Yeah, no, that's now what is happening now. Good artists, talent artists, we've been struggling for years and years to become better artists. They are broke. They don't have money. You see, if I could say, we don't have, they're not training venues. I'm a hall. I'm a counselor at hall. Say we ufa crash hall. Put me hall. Put me shot. Hall. artists don't care about them. So where are you going to empower them? That's my question. And art centers are very few in our country. Okay, all right. Now I think we should spread the message of empowerment, artist empowerment. We should knock at the government or government door. Government, art is dying. The artists are dying because you can't send all our children to schools to learn biology, history, geography, etc. Because some of these kids are talented. They're artists. They're born artists. They are born being artists. You see? Yeah. Can I just pause it for now?
Thank you so much, Mr. Shashu. Sizoqhubeka nayo nje kafushane. As you know, today is going to be a very short show. It's just an introduction for topic namhlanje. I just want to let udude nje ukuthi nje mhlambe na asithule, you know, and get a chance ukuthi na asithule nje nabantu abaphezulu. Dude la uhleli nabantu abasehlalweni ephezulu. So izinga lakho lokusithula nalo kumele liphakame kancane ungajabulisi. Mhlambe ke dude angeke ngilahle kuwena mhlambe. From the conversation that we just had right now, and from the point of you know, the sake of introducing yourself as well, mhlambe ungangena bese uthini?
Okay, before nje ngikhulume ngetopic to introduce igama lami uBonga Musa kaNcube, udume ngelika Dude, ngitholakala emsakazweni Inanda FM, and ngisebenzisana kakhulu namaciko like the upcoming artists, where like we give an opportunity to upcoming rappers ukuthi azakale emsakazweni. Ngiyazwa sikhuluma about artist empowerment, of which is very important, yabo, and all government inafanele angenelele kwizinto kanjalo. However, it has to start with ama-artists. I'm not too sure about kwezinye ama-genre, but to be specific about i-genre le ye-hip hop, I would say abantu bayavilapha ukwenza okubalekile, yabo, ukuze nabo babonakale, because now if uzowaziwa ngakini kuphela as an artist, as a rapper, as a performer, however awaziwa kwi-scale enough, like for example mina ngikwaMashu, uMashu under ink it's Inanda Ntuzuma kwaMashu. Uthola ukuthi you are coming from KwaMashu, but awukakayikhavi ngisho ink, just because when you think ukuthi masungakini so right one. Okwesibili, kunezinto as an artist that you need to empower yourself before uzo empower abanye abantu, like making sure that your music is registered with the likes of Osambo, no Risa, ukuze uzokwazi ukuthi uthumele nasemsakazweni udlale, yabo. So before you seek people to empower you, or sikhulume ngokuthi empowerment, yabo, let us as artists empower ourselves first, yabo. So I think if unuqala lapha itopic yethu ukuthi what are you doing, because we all like ama-artists ngifuna ukusayina, and then mase beya expose to izinto engekho right kudlalwe ngabo, kwenziwe imali ngabo, just because abaqalanga kubona to empower themselves first. You have to empower yourself with knowledge. You have to make sure your music is registered, your paperwork is 100% right. So we empower so that even when it happened that you at a later stage you get izinto ama-contracts, uyazi ukuthi yini contracts, yabo, uyakwazi ukwahlukanisa ama-contracts, contracts enjengingayithatha enjengengiyithathe, yabo. So yeah, I think before siqhubekele phambili, let's talk with ama-artists ukuthi wena, how do you empower yourself?
That's yeah, that's a powerful statement, dude. I do have a question though. Engezoyibuza njengamanje. Yabona ukubi next week dude ubuzovelela impela yimina ngihlele entameni, but uzotetela nje iqueen lapha yaphezulu on our left hand side. Mamthilo, ngicela ukuphefumule nawe siza ukuthi ufila kanjani ngento esishare njengamanje.
Nginenhlanhla yokuthi phezu kokuba i-panelist elekhaya, I also happen to be an artist. I'm an African storyteller, musician, an actor, you know, for the preservation of indigenous knowledge. A personal story of mine that happened recently was during lockdown on December 2020. I resigned from a 10-year-old project management career to pay attention and focus my efforts in the arts, because I believe that that is my higher calling. I don't like how stupid this made me look, especially in the middle of a pandemic. Everybody was questioning my sanity because at that time, artists were picketing, were picketing emgaqweni, were picketing to be recognized, were picketing ukuthi, the finances. We all know ukuthi how lockdown dealt a blow towards our creative spaces. Now, sinenhlanhla yokuthi kunomthetho owaphasiswa not so long ago ukuthi emaradweni, instead of kudlalwe music waphesheya kangaka, let a percentage of it, I think it was 90% if I'm not mistaken, kube umculo o-local. Kwasiza kakhulu lokho. However, angifuni ukungasho ukuthi even then there are still structures in place behind the scenes that prevents the average person growing up in the hood, or umuntu who is trying to make it, who does not have the resources or the reach, ukuthi afinyelele la. We live in such an unfair world of social media algorithms where they say that numbers don't lie. You have to have a following, you have to have a digital footprint, you have to release your music on digital platforms, because inkulumo yami izogxila kakhulu emculweni ngoba i-experience yami ngalapho, kodwa angifuni ukulimitha i-conversation because it broad. Music is consumed differently these days. You would have seen with amakhasethe aphela phambi kwethu emehlweni. I was trying to print out CDs the other day. CDs are also getting, kind of left behind because there's no more CD players. But people are consuming music digitally, and I'm finding that people are making it better online than the conventional way of ukudlalwa ko-music kwakho ku-radio, because ziningi izithiyo ezikuvimbayo ukuthi uzufinyelele lapho. Ngisho ungayenza i-music video ukwazi ukuthi udlale kuma-music channels, nalapho mhlawumbe izodlalwa qwa kuzoya ngokuthi ubani oqinile kunomunye ekhukhwini ukuze ibe on high circulation. Uthola ukuthi izinto ezipronyuthwayo are not even of good substance. Kuya manje ngokuthi ubani, who's got the financial muscle or who's got a backing of a record label. And I'm seeing artists also do very well besebenza independently. So as Udude has spoken, ukuthi it's good for us to empower ourselves. If you're looking to get into the industry, read up on what it takes to make it in the industry. Read up on compliance. Read up on whoever you look up to, how they did things, because now it's become more than just a fad to succeed in the entertainment industry. It's become a science. So equip yourself with the knowledge and the skills. Look up issues of royalty. Look up issues of ISRC code. Register yourself with SAMRO. See what it takes to get nominated for a SAMA, for any award. Release your music on time. Uma ufuna ukuthi ukwazi ukutop ama-charts. Give yourself nice, clear deadlines, and give people a chance to hear your music and get to know it. Promote yourself ngayo yonke indlela okwazi ukuthi wenza ngayo. Go to auditions. Don't box yourself. Explore other arts as well. Explore modeling, explore acting, and team up with other artists. Incane into umuntu angayenza aphumelele eyedwa. Ask for help. Gather the troops and talk about the things that you are struggling with. You will find that there are others as well who are struggling, possibly even if not the same things, but with something that you can help them with. Team up, collaborate, lend each other your skills, and that way there is safety in numbers and you become more powerful as a team rather than just an island trying to make it alone. I'll leave it there for now.
Yeah, mhlambe ke ngiyabonga ukuthi ibambe ngingakaphazamisi, because I can see ukuthi no uyavutha kakhulu, and what I noticed ukuthi you also you brought up issues on the table, and then we also came up with some solutions, which what artists can do in if they are facing those kind of challenges, which is good. I think it's I think it's wise ukuthi sisave leyo bese sikhuluma ngayo next week, where we are, talking about our findings. And I think mhlambe le episode le not episode kahle kahle ilentuza I topic kahle kahle. I think the topic le izodinga ukuthi next week, not next week, or the second episode yale topic le siqhubeke la sobe sigcine khona. Like I said ukuthi it's not going to be a long episode namhlanje, it's going to be very short. So it's introduction, and then see the next time so sisikhuluma ke ngama issues, and then sisikhuluma ngama findings as well. And I know ukuthi it's going to be very hard because le show le vele ilandelwa ama artists, because it's, I mean, ishow yama artists kakhulu, it's about communities, but at the same time ilandelwa kakhulu ama artists. So it's going to be very interesting. Ngiyafisa ukubona kuzokwenzakalani ukuthi sizama ukuyenza with just 2 episodes kuphela. But ake mhlambe ke sike sithathe break nje sicheck laphana a previous performance from uRoyal Sun, and then mesibuya sizothi ukureveala izinto ezimbalwa esibhekana nazo as ama artists before sikhulume ngama solutions. Ngizwile laphana udude umentionile ukuthi sikumele si-empower thina, but that's like a solution as well ukuthi yini esingayenza to overcome the problems that we are facing as ama artists, or under the topic artist empowerment. Now I want us, when we come back, my fellow panelists, Mesbuya, asike si point out the issues esibhekana now when it comes to artist empowerment. Ikuphi la kuleka khona? Sike nje sitakule nga one sense list nje fast, mhlambe list of 3 or 4, and then any list mhlambe sizoqhubeka next week, next episode, and then bese ke that's when we're going to come up with findings. But asithathe break kancane, sibuke lapha uRoyal Sun esiperformela, and then mesibuya sizobe sesiqhamuka neyinkinga esibhekana nazo. If uyabuka nawo lapha ekhaya and you think there are issues that we come across as artists under the topic artist empowerment, if you think there's something that is lacking within there, please make sure that you share with us right below, and I'll make sure I share your comment with my fellow panelists. Okay, so ask us speak lapha uRoyal Sun esiperformela, and then when we come back we continue, and soon we're going to close the show. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Greetings to everyone. My name is Royal Sun from South Africa. It's a pleasure to be here on this beautiful session. So I'm going to bless you with one song called Undaba Zabantu. I believe and I hope you will enjoy the song. It's a beautiful song. Yeah. Yeah. Whoa. Uyazithanda indaba zabantu umakhelwane wami, njalo nje la kunengxokozelo khona, igama lakho lifica likhona. Uyazithanda indaba zabantu umakhelwane wami, lapho kunempi khona njalo umfice khona njalo. Tabasabantu kuzeka tabasabantu yini nao ya tabasabantu waqeketha indaba zabanye abantu yazakho sikwehlula uske wakhilinda indaba zabanye abantu yini na yazakho zibhekwe ngubani na musuku ngifaka umuntu esweni ngoba kuyaswela Tabasabantu Kuzega kuzega nanda bazabantu indlu yakaki yanetha mfazi yokhulumayo indlu yakaki yanetha nomothetha indlu Kaku Woteta yo indlu yakaku Kithi bekindaba zakho bekindaba zakho Kithi bekindaba zakho Pegindaba zakho pegindaba zakho pegindaba zakho pegindaba zakho. Thank you very much.
Yes, welcome back. That was Royal Son Mzuleke laphayana performer umfana kababa. Shout out to you, Royal Son. Yeah, artist lethu ke la Global Sunday. Hlezi lisupporta njalo ama-content enzakalayo. MDB ne-Global Sunday or MDB ne-Diverse TV. So thank you so much, Royal Sun, for your performance, Leo. I just want to give you a heads up. This is a recorded performance. It was recorded like 3 weeks ago. This is not live, or that was not live. So yeah, it's a recording. Asenelayo na Royal Sun. So yeah, thank you so much. But quickly, I just wanna ukulahla intambo lapha ku umam T-Loh phezulu. Singasale sesishiya nje ilenga indaba ye heritage ne culture esikhulume ngayo previously. But I just want T-Loh athi nje qaphu, you know, like I'm highlights on the things that we're working on when it comes to a topic here, heritage and culture. I know before the end of this season we are going to tell you what we have achieved and what we worked on, what did work and what did not work at the end of we finale yale season. So mhlambe ke Mam T-Loh awuke nje usinikeze nje ama updates ukuthi from the topics and the issues that we came across, we heritage and culture, what did you guys manage to kickstart? Take over, please.
No problem. So if our audience will remember, just a brief recap. The last episode was about deepening and entrenching indigenous languages in an effort to preserve culture and our heritage. So we were going to be tightening the screws on arts education, focusing more on indigenous arts education, as well as introducing additional African languages in schools. So we met, and if you remember, we did invite the public. If anybody wanted to get involved, we did meet at Clermont Sizakala Center. There's a tourism office where Mr. Ramaoata was in charge. As you remember, please join the socials so you can keep abreast of and take part in the meeting or offer us your skills. Now, it was a very productive meeting, and just in short, our three main outcomes were that we were going to be working on, firstly, our cartoons. We wanted to broaden the entertainment structures ukuthi abe appealing to the youth. So not just ingane, but ngizonika the bird's eye view and the bigger picture. Sifuna ukuthi we identify local youth who are interested, abanentshisekelo, come together, read books, common books, si-allocatela namabhuku of history, of our culture and our heritage. And then once we have all accumulated a decent amount of knowledge, sibe sesenza ama-shows, nama-theatre productions, nama-musical collaborations with industry veterans and upcoming artists alike. Eyokuqala nje collaboration ezokwenzakala, eyami nomama uSibongile Mngoma. There's a lot going on. It's not just mine. We are going to also be working on an international arts festival. Why, thank you. An international arts festival that honors living legends and those who have passed on, because we find that our youth are embracing the cultures and the arts of other Indabugo and other descents and not getting clued up on what is at home. So we want everybody to have sights and insights as to kwakwenzakalani before our time, sekwenzakalani njengamanje, and grow an interest in that. As well as emveni kwaloko, we are going to be promoting a virtual tourism experience where guided tours within the province of KwaZulu-Natal. I have hope we will extend it to other parts of South Africa as well. But we are starting Lasi Konasonke njengamanje, and we are going to be showing the beauties and the hidden treasures of our province, and the person going to be guiding and narrating us also even people from outside of South Africa, njengoba nazi ukuthi lockdown has limited us from being able to visit anywhere we want. We want people to have insights and take a peep into the country, a peep into how the people of the country day to day are living, and join us so that babe nabo nomdla wokuthi bafike bazosivakashela bayibonele ngamehlo abo live. Lungani, before we went to the break, he asked us to please share on issues that artists are facing right now, which is today's topic, and I would like to invite Mr. Ramaoata to continue.
Before powerful update, Mam T-Loh. Before Kubege, I just want to add also, because as much as nami nginkinga ngembuzo, I am part of the solutions as well. I'm part of this, and I'm also participating. So as we speak right now, there's a collaboration with Imagot Fontaine and Yava Pai College, and we have a performance. Performance. So it's a collaboration between upcoming artists and well-established artists, and abantu aba involved with orchestra, ama dancers, ama directors. It's so beautiful. So yeah, we are collaborating with our students, and yeah, we're having our second performance, and it's our last performance today. And yeah, like I said, immediately after the show, I have to run and
All
be
the
on
best.
backstage and be ready. But yeah, I wanted to add, Mam T-Loh, and there are findings that we are already implementing. We are already working on stuff, and it's really amazing. We have Amanda study shop, because it makes a huge difference to ufunde and then to finish and do it practical. Like meets the real world where you face things ngendlela ezenzakala ngayo when you are on site, you know. So there's a huge difference. So I think it's really amazing that we are working with our students so they can experience what it feels like to be on stage, what it feels like to perform for a huge crowd, what it feels like to you know, to stand next to a professional person, you know. So it's really amazing. So that is also happening here in America, in which I'm so glad. I'm so glad about that. And yeah, shout out to Margaret Fontaine, shout out to Mr. Laden also. You know, he is directing the entire show, and shout out to Yavapai College, which is based here in Prescott, Arizona. And so let's lapha intambo ku Mr. Ramaoata. Mr. Ramaoata, please take over.
Ngiyabonga. Ngizokhuluma ngesizulu ngoba ngisikhokhelanga isingisi ngasikhokhela, otherwise khona uzothola invoice mangisikhuluma. Ngiyokuthiwa zinqunywa amakhanda ziyekho. uJohn Ramaoata, ngi-cultural activist, and mina mangikhuluma ngezobuciko angikhulumi ngomculo kuphela, ngikhuluma ngawo wonke amaciko. As we all know, those who doesn't know, ngi-director uSikwa Cultural Organization eqale ngama-80s, and then bese ngiphinde ngibe i-director. I've been appointed last year i-director e-Africa yokuqala ku-Margaret Fontaine Academy. Isizathu kungoba ngizophinda ngikusho lokho ukuthi kumaciko esinawo in the country, into enginotisayo up until today, we don't have cultural activists in general uma kukhulunywa ngezamagugu namasiko. I always found that ukuthi basihlukene, kukhona abakwa drama, music, craft and all that, but I'm sitting here, I've got all that knowledge, and I've got the solution when you talk about arts empowerment. Into enzakalayo, into enzekile esizoyiqhoba futhi next week. 1994 or before 1994, amaciko alaxazwa kuhle kwamafinyila. That's where I can start. When in apartheid time, they've been used all over the world. Bashona, abanye baboshwa, abanye badukile kunamhlanje. Amaciko. Ithema ngeno government of today. Wabeke eceleni state kwakhona ama federation of sport, and then they are getting funded. They've got no problem. But the same artists, amaciko, our benefit to loot, unless you are white and preserving the culture of where you are coming from, then you regarded as workers. Our artists, they are not regarded as workers, and more benefit kwa arts and culture. You're supposed to be administration of art, which all of them they don't know, because you are specialized from the minister and all this. They don't know nothing. They're just sitting there and getting paid and by doing nothing. And then the support artists in general provided to go orchestra. Then you are calling by producing nothing and doing self-entertainment. And orchestra in the country are running less than 60 million. The knowledge that I've got the solution. So maybe I'm going to cut it there by saying all this Department of Arts and Culture in the country, Wonkama province, all those people, they've got no idea of Indozo. They don't even respect us. They don't care because they're getting paid.
Mr.
At the expense of our artists. And this is where I'm saying Aiko is support government way too. And the reason, I know what the reason is, and I've got a solution.
Yes. Mr.
Ramaoata, this is why they don't care about us, because they are getting paid by
Mr.
not
Ramaoata,
knowing what they're doing. Thank you.
Usumenshine izinto umention izinto ezimore than one ezibalulekile, and ngiyabona ukuthi ene if ngikudedela uqhubeka ngizosala emumva kakhulu, but because I do want to focus on lezi zinto lezi eziwu-two ementionile, out of zonke lezi zinto lezi ezibalulekile ozithintile kule lentuza kule information osinikeza njengamanje. Umenshine ukuthi ene umenshine i-art administration, in which I hardly hear ngezinto ezikanjalo. Ngicela ukubuza nje mhlambe ke kwi-panel yethu, mhlambe nawe if une-information ikhona yini i-cause ye-art administration?
Angikaze ngizwe ngayo.
Hayi nama ngaze ngizwe ngayo. Khona ngazi but angaze ngizwe ngayo.
Yeah, angikaze ngizwe ngayo, but like ngizovumelana nobaba lapho ukuthi abantu abaphethe izinto ezihlangana ne-arts, they don't know nothing about the arts and culture. Yabo, so balaphana le
so dude, if bengine power njengamanje namhlanje ukuthi ngihambe ngiyongena department by department and check ama qualifications ukuthi ene whoever is in the administration of arts, is that person qualified to administrate i-art na? Would I be wrong or would I be right? Mhlambe ngekwazi ukui-answer leyo dude, because mina nawe asazi ukuthi khona yini. Ngicela ukuyilahla wena Mr. Ramaoata.
Ngicela ukuyiphendula leyo. Kuyaspecialize. Njengoba ulapho nje uku-program ka-10 years training to be able to do what all these people who claiming to know something that they don't know, abaclaim ukuba izinto abangezona, abaclaim ukwazi izinto abangazazi, and then they get paid. Bese bepampa imali kube lungu, be preserve i-culture yamazwe abo. This is why I'm saying I can answer that question. Ayikho abelungu abanayo lo likhuza ngoba leyo nto yayisethwe ngekhathi zobandlululo ukuthi singayazi, because that is where the money is into zobuciko more than ipolitiki nedamani no oil, because those zinto ziyaphela. Into zobuciko is there after life and for life.
Just to clarify before ngidedele Mr. Shashu naye ngiyazi ukuthi uyasha ngaphakathi ufuna ukusho something quickly. We have 5 minutes before we close the show. Just nje add to what Mr. Ramaoata is saying ukuthi it's not available at all in South Africa. That's why nami ngize ngeza okay it's ngeke ngibeke nje kahle ngesingisi, so nomuntu mhlambe ke ofisa ukuzwa lentuzeni emelika angithola ukuthi ngithini. So I had to come here in America so I can be able to study for arts administration, because it is not available in South Africa. And Mr. Ramaoata was indicating that it was something that has been hidden from Africans, you know, so that they cannot be able to have a direction, you know, with ilentuza art and culture. Yeah, because if you have the administration, it's really easy. It's not easy, but it's very possible to maintain an archive easy. Though I can see there's a message here. How do I close that? Let me close it quickly because it's showing on screen. So yeah, I had to travel from South Africa to do a training, and it's gonna last me like 10 years, you know, here in America. But you know, when I come back, I will come back with knowledge that I am sure of, that it works, and engage the practical. And obviously, you know, there will be a lot of people abazoba embarrassed because they've been sitting kwihlalo engafanele ngabahleli kuzona, because they don't know anything about what I'm just adding into you know, on top of ilentuza i-point la Mr. Ramaoata. But ngicela ukudedela nje Mr. Shashu naye mhlambe ukuthi express kancane before ngikhulume kakhulu, because I know ukuthi namhlanje asinasikhathi esiningi. Mr. Shashu ngicela uhlale phe kwayo.
Yebo Lunga, i-problem engayibona-ke la malane arts empowerment, i-funding, yazi i-funding phela kuphi. Number one, allocation for arts and culture is very, very limited. It's a small budget. Let's say this small budget, depending on arts administration. If you could go to Marisburg, Peter Marisburg, Arts and Culture Department, you'll find that umuntu nomuntu ne-computer yakhe lapha, where it's a hall, everybody's got his own computer. Usho badidiyela i-art bonke labantu. and you go to Durban, like Esewiini, there's also another office at Semkati, like people who are working there. See, now le mali encane ifaka uhulumeni Minister of Finance nalalo phela iphela ku-administration. That is why you are failing to empower the offspring or upcoming artists. Into eshayo futhi lapho sekudayiswa imisebenzi yawona lama-artists okuthiwa empowerish ama-city nama-DVD abo adayisa emgwaqweni, and the government says nothing about that.
Umoshwa lona iciko uma kwalo complain.
Umoshwa lona iciko uma complain. So I think it's a hard road. It's a hard road. It's not easy to empower the artists. Instead, you are empowering them so that they can die poor as church mouse. Okay? So they are being suppressed by the government. They're just regarded as lazy bones bastards who don't want to go and look for work. Okay?
Unless you go orchestra, uhola ngisho umkakho osele phesheya ukuthi uzosebenza la South Africa. Amaqiniso nje awakhulunywe ukuthi from 1994 ibudget ye-arts and culture ibincane ngoba allocated abelungu kuphela. Kungakho ama-theatre adesignelwa for abelungu aba-few at our expense ngenkathi zobandlululo. Manje abafundi nodadewethu abasuki la besasiboshulile khona ingasekho intambo ngoba bona bahola ba-administrator into izisebenzi zakhona ezinga-benefit, provided you are coming outside of this country, you are white and preserving music or i-art yangaphandle. Then bese sizodlala igebengu lezi oSamro, ama-recording company, and then ama-artists assigniswa ama-blank contract, the rest will sign it for you. But in that, I will come up with a solution next week because I know what is the cause of the problem. Because if you don't know what is the cause of the problem, you won't be able to come up with a solution.
Yes,
I have got a solution, and then we're going to make sure they must stop getting paid when the workers are not getting paid because their administration of what? Why when artists they are not empowered? How can you empower the artists? You empower yourself, but you are not an artist. Why artists they don't have paid? They get paid.
Ngicela ukuyinota down le Mr. Ramaoata. Ngicela T-Loh, Mam T-Loh, ngicela uyinote down le because Mr. Ramaoata umention ukuthi ene umention i-budget. So we are going to note that down and we're going to come up with a solution ukuthi ene silungisa kanjani lenkinga le budget ukuthi i-orchestra ithola i-budget engaphezu kwamanye amaciko abased ngalapho eAfrica.
Ayikho ngaphandle ngifuna ukuyichaza lento ukuze nolalele. They must know because a lack of knowledge people dangerous even to themselves because they don't know the orchestra ngayinye in the country I told you less than 60 million a year.
Every year.
I know for the fact I've got all the documents I can quote.
That's one of the issues.
I've done the research.
That's one of the issues that we're gonna deal with this week. This week we're gonna deal with those issues. So now that's I think I don't know which one is point number one, but I know what's in it. This issue of budget. Orchestra, it's gonna be one of our tasks that we need to deal with during this week, and we need to find answers. But also, any point I'll mention Mr. Ramaoata before getting
we're gonna be stepping on toes now.
Sorry?
Ruffling. We're gonna be stepping on toes now and ruffling feathers.
Exactly. Before ngiyela phaya ku dude enzansi ngicela ukumention lelinye point angazi noma uthi uMam T-Loh ulibhalile phansi lokuthi ene ama artists awathathwa as abasebenzi.
Yebo ngilibhalile.
Lapho eSouth Africa ama artists awathatha elinye point enye issue esibhekene nayo lapho eSouth Africa ekuzomela sidile nayo this week and next week sithola ama findings ayo lo mpazama lokungajabulisi. Asike sidlule lapha ku dude sino 3 minutes dude ngicela uthathe nje 1 minute mhlambe wede something and then uthile uzathi 1 minute and then bese sithatha 30 seconds sonke ukuvala nje ishow ukufinqa bese sivele siyahamba. Dude konke ofuna uku-add mhlambe lezi sikhumbe ngaso.
Not really look at, but just to stress the point and also ukudlula kwi-point abakhulume ngalo na ukuthi there's all the information there eqhamukayo manje enye yintsha kumina but ibuyela back kule nto engike ngathi kubalulekile ukuyi-empower as an artist because uyi-empower kusho nanokuthi ube ne-knowledge ne-information nayo yonke into yabo so le information obaba banayo ibaluleke kakhulu uyi-empower ngayo kwenza ukuthi uzazi ukuthi uyaphi. So I think uningi engikuthathile for this introduction and kuzongisiza ukuthi ngikwazi ukuthi ngilungisele for ilokhu elandelayo.
Okay, so Mr. Dude, umentioned something ebalulekile kakhulu engicabanga ukuthi singayifaka as a point kwi-issue esibhekene nayo as ama-artist ukuze sizokwazi ukuthi sidile nayo njengomuntu mhlambe omdibi ne-radio station mhlambe ungaba part of the solutions or the findings that we're gonna come across as we advance to ama-solutions kule show le. Mhlambe ke do you think singanota down ukuthi ama-artist some of the artists they are not well informed about ukuthi kwenzakalani kwi-industry and they need to be well informed. So mhlambe singalibhala lelo as a point that we need to deal with.
Yes, please do. Most artists.
Yes.
Thank you. Ngiyabona no Dr. Ramaoata lapha yasavumelana phezulu.
Eksempeleni Ndunga lezi zinto engikhuluma ngazo ama-artist abaningi nalawa adumile nalaba abathi baphethe in-knowledge incane. I can guarantee you nobody can claim to know what I know because I've wasted a lot of money, time and energy. Ngifuna lolu lwazi jikelele umhlaba wonke. This is why I know what I know.
Okay, asikahle lapha kuMam T-Loh mhlambe uMam T-Loh meqeda ukhomenta uzosifinqela nje kancane ukuthi what issues awaphethe lapha phansi esiwatholile njengamanje. I know ukuthi there will be more on our next episode esizobe sikhuluma ngawo mhlawumbe ama-issues but mhlambe nje just ukufinqa ukuthi namhlanje sithole nani after esecommentile T-Loh ngicela uhlale phezu kwayo mama.
So today, in short, we spoke about artists not being well informed of the industry. We spoke about there not being remuneration benchmarks like other fields of uksebenza. We spoke about, Shashu brought the point of what can be done to empower those artists. How can they be identified? Where are the artists that need help and so forth? And what is the appropriate means of empowering the artists? Sakhuluma ngokuthi there's not enough budgets nationally, or let me not say there's not enough. National budgets since 1994 has been misused because it's not reaching the correct people, or it's not equally being allocated to the arts, and it's leaning more towards the preservation of arts of amanye amazwe and not the arts of our country or our continent and our own people. Ramaoata spoke about the orchestra having more budget than anybody else. And I myself spoke about there being channels in the industry which are structures which are made to prevent artists from succeeding commercially unless they've got the right relationships or enough financial muscle. I think that sums up namhlanje my discussion points ethu, and I hope that by the time we come back to the show, we will be having suggestions, and we would love input as well from the audience via our social media channels to make suggestions and to note what difficulties you have observed which artists are being faced with in this day and age, and to suggest possible outcomes of how we can make life better for artists, because people become famous and they die poor. We are losing so many artists to suicide. People are falling into depression. It's the industry that is most plagued with anxiety and mental illness and instability because there's so much going on. But because of we don't have enough time left anymore, it's been a powerful episode. Let's come back and talk about it next week. Thank you very much.
Yashaya laphayana intokazi T-Loh African Thunder. I just want to give each of you 30 seconds to close the show. We have come to the end of the show, unfortunately. But khuleka if you're watching at home and asange sifunde comment yakho namhlanje, it's okay. This is the time where like izinto zisuke zishisa ngempela and we sibukene imbombo bayibiza ngembombo bengitshela ukuthi ngisakhula ngangitshela ukuthi ayinhlambi impela kanti akusiyona. So mhlawumbe la sisebenzise nje 30 seconds sifinqa ishow sivale and then mhlambe ke bese siyasho ukuthi mhlambe ini abanga expect abantu kwi episode elandelayo in which I know there will be a lot of findings and more panelists also if they are available to discuss amanye ama issues mhlambe singazange siwabuke namhlanje. I know ukuthi namhlanje fanele sathinta nje kancane but ngizoqala lapha ku Mr Shashu. And then ngize kuDudi and then kubo Mamthilo bese yafinqa lapha yana uDr Ramaoata. Sicela uqala nje lapha kuwena Mr Shashu khona into ofuna ukufinqa ngayo njengoba sesivale show mhlambe 30 seconds nje kuphela.
In a nutshell, I would say the plight of the artists around the country, what should be done to unload their burden, okay? Number two is the exploitation of the artists all over the country. Thank you.
Okay, I think ongizobuya nakho kakhulu next week is to ukuveza ukubaleka kokuthi empowerment iqala kanjani kuwena ngiveze mhlambe nama example nanokusebenzisana namaciko ngiphinde ngiveze nesikwenzayo thina as a community yethu esikuyona and kusiza ngani ukuthi silokhuzana. So ngizokuveza lokho kakhulu ke and ngithi nami kuyobheka kulokho esike sakhuluma ngakho as a panel namhlanje then sibuye ngakho next week.
I would like us to, in the audience, and I'm going to do it myself as well, go and look up possible funding avenues that are available to artists for production and anything else that needs to be done in the arts. I believe that we will come back having realized the more favorable means are the ones that come from abroad more than locally, which embrace arts, which that is very tragic. But I believe we can all put our heads together and find a solution. I hope.
I'm so happy with namhlanje. Well, it feels like it's the first time we having this conversation. I don't know ukuthi i-microphone yami on yini angiziboni lapha yana kuphakaphaka. Oh, nakho ngathi ngikhona. But conversation esiba nayo namhlanje, it feels like it's the first time we're having a conversation because you guys are on a different level, and ama issues engiqhamuka nawo njengamanje, I mean like ama comments enwenzayo njengamanje, they are very interesting, but it feels like angizwakali ekhaya. Let me just put ilentuza ikamera yami lapha ya, maybe ngizokwazi ukuthi ngizwakale. Yes, ngiyazwakala ke manje ngiyayibona i-wave yahamba laphayana. I'm sorry, i-panel ngithe ukuyibeka eceleni, but I just want to say ukuthi and if now ubukele ekhaya and you think there are issues mhlambe siwakhohliwe or ama issues esingazange siwamention, please drop ama comments or sendele i-email. Ikhona i-email laphana si-attachile kule ntuza kwi-description ye-show namhlanje, and if ingekho khona khulileka sizoyifaka. And then you can just send us an email and ngizoyifaka ne-number futhi ya WhatsApp. Send ilentuza i-message WhatsApp if you think that there are issues that we did not speak about and you want to add, or you want to add some solutions or findings. We episode elandelayo, you are welcome to do so. But unfortunately today we're gonna have to close the show. I'd just like to send my special thanks to Mr. Ramaoata and also Mr. Shashu, dude, joining us for the first time. Articulation, we panel now. Yeah, he's doing very, very well, and contribution yakhe in kakhulu. Njobu zule naye radio station, so umuntu ekumele uxhumane naye kakhulu kabi if we artist. Yeah, mhlambe ke ngizomdedela nje akhipha ama contact details zakhe uzokwazi ukuxhumana naye. And then ngibonga kakhulu kumama wethu lapha phezulu, uT-Loh African Thunder. ukuyena usibekela lapha ama notes ethu esinikeza ilist ukuthi iziphi izinto esizobe si discuss kakhulu. So yeah, I'm really excited.
One second that
Ubaba Ramaoata akafuni sivale. Baba Ramaoata ngizokunikeza nje u60 seconds nomuntu 80 seconds.
1 second.
Okay.
Kukhona into engafuni kuyikhotha ebaluleke kakhulu. This is where I always saying we must go one step backward. Kunento okuthiwa special agreement yasayinwa ngo-1994. This is why sigcile ephucuzekile as artists in this country in general. So I need, please note that special agreement so that ngikhona ngizoyichaza ukuthi kwenzekani. That's I'm saying the solution, because I know what is the cause of the problem.
And
many people they don't know what I know.
And it makes sense because you can't jump to solutions when you do not even know where it all began. You know what's the problem.
Special agreement sayenziwa political. Ukuthi kungaquestion ukuthi imali yaku orchestra imalini and ama artists abnyama awabekwe eceleni bangatholi lutho kubenefit ama administrators angazi lutho nge-arts administration. Thank you.
Akasahleki lapha uMr Shashu. Yeah, ngizocela nje sivalelise kubabukele emakhaya. Thank you so much if you're watching on Facebook. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're watching, I can see my comments lapha. Ngiyambona Mama Mia Tabi. Thank you so much and ngiyazi ukuthi abanye bayakhomenta, but you know, today it's a very short show. Thank you so much if you're watching on YouTube. Thank you so much if you are watching on Diverse TV. Yes, we remember next week we're going to be having the Global Sunday, and yeah, it's where we interview artists, you know, share stories out. But yeah, thank you so much for your participation, Yako, and I'm looking forward to see you next time. This is the Articulation Show, and it is funded by the National Art Council. For me, Lungani Gwala, but Lungani Gwala, aka Umfana Ka Chocolate Kid. I will see you next time, same place. Bye bye. Hello everyone, welcome to the Articulation Show. My name is Lungani, I am your producer. I'm here to remind you that on the 23rd of January, this Sunday, we have our first episode as the introduction. The panelists are ready. If you want to know more information, please go visit our Facebook page, The Global Sunday, The Articulations, Diverse Global Studios, or you can check me, Lungani Gwala. You can also call +2779 673 4077 via WhatsApp. Remember, we're not just doing a show, we are building better communities. Let us sanitize the problems.
It's only now, now.